going on, everybody? I told you we would be back. I told you and I told you. You probably didn't believe me, but now you've seen it for yourself. Anyway, I didn't even film it because you've seen me do it at least 3-4 times on this channel already. The Jetta is jacked up in the... Ooh, look at the tuck back there. Anyways, focus. Anyways, let me show you what we got going on. Took the axle out already. Not playing any games. Took me all of 20 minutes to do. Axle is out completely. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't feel shaky or like loose, but I did hear the crack, so I'm not wasting any time on any games with that. I don't want to be left stranded, so I'm gonna just go replace it and see if I can get the inner tie rods, the outer tie rods, just get everything pretty much brand new if I can order it, and see if maybe, I know I've ordered some parts there from before. I'm not sure if I have warranty on those parts. If I do, I'll get them. If I don't, I mean, it is what it is. So, worst case scenario, we have to get some parts, some new parts. Everything else seems to be okay. I think the outer tie rods are already toast. They just don't last long for some reason. It could be just the aftermarket trash, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do now is go pick up the kid from school. After that, jump over to auto parts store, swap the axles. Hopefully they have it. If they don't, maybe I'll get it tomorrow. No big deal. Come home, order the other components, hopefully, and then come back for a big install. I want to do the bushings because I think the bushings for the sway bar are trash, which means K-frame has to come down a little bit, but that's not a big deal. So I'll see you guys when we get back. Alright, new to me axle, so got that back. New hardware, grease, all that, blah 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 blah. Now, what I believe I am going to do is, normally if you see VR motors, if you look at them from the front, they always lean a little bit to the transmission side or the driver's side. Mine doesn't do that because I have custom spacers. Well, 2 are hockey pucks and the 1 is a piece of aluminum. Let me see if I could show you guys. So, like, normally you would see the motor just a little bit. See, mine is perfectly straight. Now, that wasn't intentional, but it just happened to be a thing. Because down here, there's a hockey puck here, aluminum slug here, and then there's a hockey puck, I believe, on that side. So I'm thinking what might be the issue is that little bit, it being straight, is causing the axle to just bind just enough, especially with the camber and being low, to just cause the axle to not survive. So what I think I'm going to do, since the car is on air and I don't drive around super low, I think I'm going to lose the spacers, or either maybe find ones that are a little bit smaller. But either way, for now, I think I'm going to take the spacers out completely, get the motor back down to factory specs, and see if that helps the axle from not killing itself when I drive for 20 miles. So, because I do believe this last axle lasted, I drove it to work like, what? Man, I think I drove it 1 or 2 days. That's it. And that's like 50, 60 miles each way, like 100, 120 miles after I swapped it. And it died again, so hopefully it was just the axle thing. But to help it out, I'm gonna just take the spacers out and see if that helps. At least for now. If I don't have any issues, then I'll leave it out. If it seems to like not be a thing, then maybe I'll put them back in later on. But I don't have any issues with driving this car super low that I'm worried about dropping or scraping an oil pan, especially now that I'm on 17, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. And then there's just small things after that I want to clean up. But for right now, that's the thing. I didn't get a chance to order the other parts. I'm going to look online to see if I find them cheaper. I know Rock Auto does them real cheap. Has like the inner tie rods, the outer tie rods, and the boy joints and stuff, so I'm going to do that. And the tie rod, the sway bar end links. I'm going to get new ones of those too. Put everything in brand new, and hopefully get the front end nice and stiff again, and then should be pretty much good to go mechanically wise. And then while I'm off for Christmas break, I will be diving into the trunk setup because I do have this. I got this from work. The last one they had, apparently. They don't really use them anymore. At least so I was told. So there you go. Nice round piece of wood for the spare tire well. What I'll do is I'll cut probably some of this wood, or just grab like, find the scrap 2x4, cut some blocks to make like a mount, and then mount the management and the compressor and anything else that I need. Majority of the wiring will be underneath the carpet, and then the only thing, I'll just move the tank and have the tank probably somewhere back here. I haven't really thought about it. I don't really care to have a super fancy setup with like hard lines and stuff like that, unless that's gonna help with like leaking, but I doubt it will. Still haven't found necessarily the leak, but anyways, that's the issue. That's what I'm going to do. And if I can, maybe move the battery under there as well. Just leave it under there and then build around it. I don't know. I have ideas. So don't worry. Don't worry. I might not get to this axle today because I just don't feel like climbing back up underneath there. The weather, it is rain. Everything is wet. So, yeah. Anyways, I will pick this up tomorrow when I more than likely will feel like doing the axle and start probably on the trunk. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so we are back. I told you that I was gonna have these rotors done and set up so I can put them in the Jetta. The front race felt good, so I just replaced the bearing part, just re-greased it. No big deal. I did take out the back race because it did feel a little bit, it wasn't completely smooth. The old one is in the garbage, but this is the new one. So all you need to do is, as you can see, you could just take a chisel, like tool like this, and from the top side just hit the edges and you will knock out the old race. You get your new one and it's gonna sit with the taper side fitting down. You get a plug that fits it almost exactly like that. Then you could press it or hammer it down. If you have a press, use a press. If you have to use a hammer, just be certain to hit dead center so it goes down evenly. Once it's fully seated, you grease your bearing and then it'll sit in just like that. So I'm gonna take it over to the press right now and show you guys me pressing it in, and then we'll grease it, put it in, and then we'll do the other one, which is in my bucket.
They called me earlier saying that they were looking at the car. Even though I told you on the phone before I brought it in, and I wrote all the shit on the note on the paper when I put the key in there. Yeah. Still asking me what the hell I would want to do. Yeah. I'm gonna do my car today though.
Perfect. Now, all we need to do is grease the bearing and then drop it in. Just test it. Perfectly smooth. So we'll grease it and stick it in. Bearings in, it is packed. And before you put this on the spindle, you'll add a little bit more grease to the inside. The seal will sit right here on this ridge to keep dirt and water out, and then you're good. One down, one to go. See how it, oh yeah, just work it around and get the grease to move, but that's perfect. So both bearings are packed with grease. Tape is just to hold them in, and we're good to go. When we go home, we swap the seal, the dust seal rather. Put both in. Oh, they're heavy. And they'll be good to go. I should clean this bucket out. I don't want them to get contaminated. But that's how you pack your discs. These will go in probably today if the weather permits. Even though, yes, I have a garage. But I don't want to be in and out in the rain. So we'll see how that goes. Look at it. How dope is that thing? What is going on, guys? It is another day. Welcome back to the garage for another video, another vlog. At least I think so. You're asking yourself, Greg, you live in Florida. Why are you wearing a hoodie? Why? Because it is below 60 degrees outside and the wind is blowing, as you can see. And yes, although it's not blowing really, really fast, it is cold. It is unusual. Well, I wouldn't say unusually cold. It is December, but it is what it is. It is cold. So today, Axel is there, and you would have already seen me pack the rotors. The one thing that I don't think I bought many of the other grease though. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. But anyways, the plan is definitely get the axle back in today, which that will happen even though it is freezing out here. And then put air in this tire because it was low. And then maybe cruise around with the car. Let's see how that goes. And then my major plan, also I told you guys, is I want to take out all the camber from the rear and the back. So when I go to do the rotors, I'll probably get the rear end up, get the wheels off, and everything like that. Get down to the hubs, the spindles, and take out the one washer. I believe it's one washer that I have in there. Take out the one washer to get rid of all the camber, because I'm trying to get the fitment. Get the fitment a little bit more flush. As you can probably see, the fender and everything. I'm probably gonna have it sit on the tire, right there, as low as it can possibly get. Why? No real reason. I just want to have that little bit more of a beefier look going down the road with the tire. As you can see, there's a big difference there. So I want to try and get the stance out a little bit more. Even though the tires have a minimal stretch, they don't have that much. I might need to go to a narrower tire to get a little bit more of a stretch. Ooh, we back, baby. Little bouncy, but we back. We back, baby. Rolling nice and smooth. Little bouncy, but you know, it is what it is. I think the struts may be blown, or at least one of them, a couple of them, maybe all four, who knows. But I'll look into see if I can get replacements later on, but for now, it's just fun to drive her again. Alright, I'm out.
Perfect.